Alright, so today I'm going to show you guys how to use this airbrush kit that Lisa provided us with today. So thank you, Lisa. First, you would want to open the box, obviously. How else are we going to get it? And I'm just going to show you guys what these tools are used for. So number one, I don't think you would ever need these paint brushes. I personally never used them, but I know that they're used to grab the remainder of the paint out of the holding bowl and paint on the rest if you decide that you no longer want to airbrush. But again, you'll probably never need this because we have other alternatives for the remainder of the paint, which is putting it in one of these small containers. We have about 6 inside of this case where the airbrush sits. So if we need more, obviously Lisa will give you some. Just ask. These brushes right here are used just to clean, which I'll show you in the video, a second video, how to use these brushes. But I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll just get to the point. These brushes are to stop blockage and clogging inside of this little holder. We just open it, and while it's in the airbrush, which I'll show you, you'll just stick it in, or whatever have you not. And that'll be just that. Okay, so to get to the important part, which is the airbrush itself, this is how it looks. It's brand new. It has been used once or twice by me and another student. But first you want to grab out your airbrush machine. This is where the air is. So this is what it sounds like. So there's 3 modes. The more you press the button, the more you'll receive air. I personally use it anywhere between mode 1 and 2. A higher mode is up to you. We have this airbrush part. This is what we do with this. So first we'll just grab the airbrush, we'll attach it there, and we'll screw it until it's no longer able to be screwed. Just to play it safe, you don't want the air to, fall over. It takes a little second to get it on, but this is how you do it. This, I already turned it enough for you guys. If you want less air, you just make the gap smaller. If you want more air, you make it longer, but I personally use about just this much air. So yeah, that's just about it. Then you'll choose your cup. You get a size medium cup in this package, and you'll get a size large. Large is for bigger items. Of course, the piece that I'll be doing is my starfish that I haven't finished. So with that being said, I'll use there's usually a smaller piece that comes with it that's like this, but it's like metal. But unfortunately, they did not put it in this package. It can be ordered separately. It's like $5. But we're going to just take our medium because that's what we have right now. And we're going to just screw it on. Just screw it on. Quick, easy. Cool. Now that we're done with that, it does come with a charger in case it dies. But you can ask Lisa for her MacBook charger. It'll charge it faster. Especially if this is like the last day you have to do something and you just want to get it over with. Just ask Lisa for her charger. Yeah, that's it. We're going to close the box. We're going to move it out of the way. Now we have airbrush paints. The airbrush paints are very useful. They're great for airbrushing. But if we do run out of these, which we'll eventually do because there's students here, a lot of students here and students to come. So we'll all have a little dip in and dip out of it. You can just use paint and then the paint thinner, or you can use nail polish and acetone, how I do because I'm a nail tech. That's about it. But right now we're not in nail class. You do need a mask and gloves. It's not required, but it's best for you and your lungs if you want to live a little longer. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna move my out the way. Here we have the paints. We have white. We have pink. Oh, sorry guys, you can't see it. We have every color you could possibly think of in here. So me personally, I'm using white today, so we're just gonna take the white. We're gonna pour it. Well, we're gonna take this cap off. Sorry, misleading you guys. We're gonna pour it in. right? But I'm personally not going to pour it in because I have some off to the side, but you'll just put a little bit, as much as you think you need, not too much, and save some for others. And then you have this paint thinner. Look, a little bit on my finger, but you have some paint thinner. This paint thinner is really good. It's what's gonna stop the cloggage. You only need about 4 or 5 drops of this, or depending on how much you use, you'll know what's a good consistency. It does come with 2 paint thinners, 16 airbrushes. Again, I'm only using white today, so I'll just show you guys the colors that you have. You'll see eventually when you decide that you need to use an airbrush. So we're gonna close this up. And like I said, I have my own, so of course when you use airbrush paint, you want to shake it up really good to make sure that everything is just okay. Mine's already has paint thinner in it, so I don't need it out the box. So I'll just go ahead, I'll open it. Okay, be extra careful. I don't want to get this on Lisa's studio table, and I'll pour it in. Just like that. Close it back. Now I'm going to put the top on. Always put the top on, never forget, because yeah. But if you lose the top, just avoid tipping it over. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the cardboard. This cardboard is actually really huge, guys. So I'm going to fold it because I didn't think about the size of the desk that I'm using. I just thought about cutting up and doing this tutorial. But now we're going to grab our piece. As you guys see, I did attempt to do a video prior to, and I ended up putting this spot here, but it's fine because I was showing you guys the difference. So boom, you're going to turn on your brush. I'm going to do mold 2. And you always want to spray at a distance, a great distance like this, because too close will give you that, you know? So I'm going to do it. Make sure that you're always moving around in circles. You don't want to stay on one spot too long because you'll get a very hard look, which you don't want. So I'm going to go mode 3 now because it's not giving me the look I want. So now we'll just go ahead and we'll just spray from a distance. Unfortunately, guys, the machine just died, but it's okay because it's a tutorial. I'm not doing a whole piece. But we'll just use it until it stops turning on. One more time. Okay, guys. Unfortunately, our airbrush is dying. She's tired. But that's literally all you do. I don't know why it looks like that on camera. It looks really crazy, but it's okay because it's mine. And it looks good in person to me. I don't know. Maybe it's the camera quality. Who knows? But now, on to the cleaning process. So first, we're going to move our piece out the way. We're going to just put it back in the bin for a little while so it can just sit there and dry. You can put it anywhere, honestly. This is exactly why we use a cardboard box, because look at that. You don't want to open spots everywhere. First, we're going to just take our container that we originally had, or that we're going to use. Never, ever, 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 ever unscrew this before you get the product out. And the reason I say that is to say, because when you do that, it's going to all spill over, and you don't want to clean that. It's really horrible. It's a hole in the bottom, so you don't want to ever do that. What you want to do is take off the top, just pour it. Be careful, don't rush yourself. I'm sure Lisa wouldn't mind if you stayed back in class 4 minutes extra just to make sure you did everything correctly and you don't sabotage or mess up an item that was provided to us. So you're just going to close that, put it in the bin, and now we have a remainder left, which we'll go ahead and we'll clean in the sink. My hands are actually messy, so I'm going to take that and we're going to close it, and we're going to take the whole machine to the sink. We're not going to take nothing apart until we get to the sink. So let's go. Now to clean it, you guys want to just bring it to the sink, and you want to just detach the bottom. Never wet the bottom, only because of the simple fact that it is a machine, and if you do wet the machine, it'll stop working. So you just want to put that off to the side. Now you want to open it, and you want to rinse. You want to do a couple of rinses just to make sure you get that paint out. Then you want to detach the top. You want to rinse the part that's metal first. Then you want to take this piece, which is the holder, you want to clean it out with the sponges. You want to rinse it out, make sure all of it is out, clean around the edges, clean around the outside if you need to. Once that's clean, then you want to clean the top. Always clean the top because you want to make sure that it's able to close the next time you want to use it. Just clean it really good, rinse it. It doesn't take much. Just keep rinsing. Once you're done, put it off to the side. Now this part is the most important part. You want to just go in that hole, clean it, and then the front has some spray paint in front of it, so you want to just wipe and just keep scrubbing that part. Scrub it really good, but you don't have to do too much. Just make sure that the paint isn't there, because if it does get clogged up, then that's a problem. We'll have to get a new one, but we shouldn't have to if we just clean it right. You want to reattach this. You want to add water. You want to add a little bit of soap. You want to shake it up. Shake it good. Make sure it's bubbling. You want to wipe it and then reattach the bottom piece. Once you reattach the bottom piece, you want to turn it on and you want to spray. Make sure that the water is coming out. That way you know that it has no cloggage. You could put your finger in front of it so it could clean the inside and just bubble a little bit. You want to detach it once again. Put that important piece to the side that should not be wet and rinse. Just rinse it all. Now that you know that it's officially clean, And then once you do that, you just want to take every piece and you want to dry it. Make sure you dry it really good. Make sure that machine is dry, because my hands was wet when I touched it, but it wasn't overly wet. So now you can just dry every piece just so it could be prepared to go back in the box. You don't ever want to put it back in the box wet, because that could cause mold and other things. Yeah, you just want to clean these pieces, turn off the water, bring it back, and you're good. Pack it back up the way you found it. Have a great day.